Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello, good night everyone. I would like to welcome you to my presentation. Let me introduce myself. My name is Ikhmatul Imama Yuwafi, and I'm currently studying at the Government Science Department, University of Muhammadiyah, Yogyakarta. In here, I would like to present my paper under the title, The Impact of the President Procedure Productive Assistance Program on Micro, Small, Medium Enterprises during pandemic COVID-19. So, I have divided my presentation into 5 parts. The first one is introduction. The next is methods, result, discussion, and the last is conclusion. So let's begin the introduction. The COVID-19 pandemic is not only related to mental health and safety issues, but also impacts other sectors such as the economy. So many countries are experiencing several challenges. President Joko Widodo took steps to address the impact of the coronavirus pandemic by issuing the government regulation of replacement law signed directly by President Jokowi, given the coercive and urgent situation. The government with Bank Indonesia and the Financial Service Authority strive to optimize monetary policy and the financial sector to maintain the country's economic stability. The government restricts flights from countries that fall within the red zone of COVID-19 transmission. This has the effect of declining flight schedule even being in flight. The situation forced the government to determine policy by providing discount for tourists with destination Malang, Labuan Bajo, Lombok, Denpasar, and ATC. During the COVID-19 pandemic, the government also provided cash assistance aimed at the communities most affected by the pandemic, including informal workers and the poor who could significantly maintain purchasing power and minimize the impact of layoff. However, this policy tends to lead to rescuing the upper class economy and also simply helping or giving the lower class in terms of material that is temporary. In fact, the COVID-19 pandemic gives us the lesson that not everything is timeless. Jobs can be lost, food supplies can quickly run out. So the gap is it is necessary to pay special attention to UMKM or MSME business, micro, small, and medium enterprises in Indonesia through policymaking policies that simulate the movement of MSME, as MSME absorb many workers and help stabilize the country's economy. And the good news is the government made a national economy recovery policy, one of which is to MSME, namely the creation of a presidential productive assistance program that is more specifically given to microbusiness. It is given once in the form of money amounting to 2,400,000 rupiah. The National Economy Recovery Policy aimed at MSME is contained in Regulation of the Minister of Cooperative and SME number 9 of 2020. So the issue is based on Pramanik 2020, the impact of food package assistance and direct cash assistance amounting to 600,000 rupiah per month during the COVID-19 pandemic has an effect on people's survival, increasing people's purchasing power, so the government shouldn't increase assistance appropriately. So the research goal is this research aims to explore the impact of the President Productive Assistance Program on MSME during the COVID-19 pandemic, and this research was conducted in Central Java by data retrieval method using interview. And the research question is how beneficiaries' response on the President Productive Assistance Program, and what is the impact of the President Productive Assistance Program on MSME or UMKM? The methods. So the research approach is a qualitative case study. Design was chosen to elucidate the details of the participant, that is the principle of MSME. There are 3 micro entrepreneurs for the participate in this study. In order to be able to take part in this research, they were required to meet 2 criteria. The first one is micro entrepreneurs in Central Java, and the recipient of the President Productive Assistance of MSME amounting to 2,400,000 rupiah. 2,400,000 rupiah. So the interviewer in the study is limited sample size, just 3 participants. The item list with a 5-point response scale was customized into a qualitative study by transforming each item into an open question form. This instrument allows for the broad and in-depth answer of a semi-structured open-end interview with each participant. All participants were asked about response and experience with what happened to them. So this is the question of interview, a survey of the President Productive Assistance Program on MSME. The question is, how is the procedure of obtaining such productive assistance? 2, how much money obtained from the productive assistance? 3, is there any change before and after getting productive assistance? 4, what do you think about this productive assistance? Is there any obstacle? And last is there any be fixed from the productive assistance? So the procedure in this paper is to contact the participant. The researchers search for contact of all participants from MSME in Central Java. The interview will take about 30 until 45 minutes. So the data analysis, to analyze the data, thematic identification were employed. So the third is result findings in qualitative research. The first one is beneficiaries response of the President Productive Assistance Program. So based on interview, the President Productive Assistance Program is very positive, especially in generating the economy in the midst of the COVID-19 pandemic. Communities that have micro enterprise can at least survive in this uncertain situation. At least 2,400,000 rupiah distribute can be benefit small people who seek their lives by starting a business so that the Indonesian economy rotates in a better direction. However, the constraint that occur on the sector of disbursing bank that has been appointed by the government as a government aid distribution agency. There is a requirement created by the disbursing bank for the region of unblocking funds, which is not actually in the requirements created by the government. So the second is the impact of the President's Productive Assistance Program. The President Productive Assistance Program had a positive impact on the sustainability of micro enterprise run by business. Before there was any assistance during the COVID-19 pandemic, most business didn't have the capital to stock the product again, but after the assistance, they were able to pay the money to stock their merchandise and things that are operational on their business. So the fourth is discussion. This research shows that government assistance, especially for micro business that depend on their daily life by selling, is expected to be conditioned by the COVID-19 pandemic. The positive impact of providing this productive residential aid is extraordinary. This can be seen through the answer from all participants about the condition before and after the granting of the 2,400,000 rupiah assistance by the government through the Ministry of Cooperative and SMEs. So the last is conclusion. The study showed that the President Productive Assistance Program is very positive, especially in generating the economy in the midst of the COVID-19 pandemic. The President's Productive Assistance Program also had a positive impact on the sustainability of micro enterprises run by business. So the implication is the study provides only additional reference to how we know the impact of the President Productive Assistance Program for micro entrepreneurs. Readers also get knowledge about what programs the government is making to serve MSME or micro, small, and medium enterprises. So, recommend for the future research is this research is a small scale study. So, I recommend for more research to use more participants. This research used qualitative methods, so it is recommended for further research using quantitative methods. Yeah, this is the reference. So I think enough from me. That's all from me. I'm sorry if I have a mistake. Thank you very much. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.